I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.
You gotta be yourself, because if you just paying attention to what everybody else doing or what everybody thinking to you, that can get you led astray trying to be something you not. And a lot of that play out of people wanting to fit in. A lot of that play out of self-love too. Like a person that ain't taking the time to figure their own self out.
Right.
So they rather be everything or do everything that really ain't even in their mindset for real. They just doing it because this is what they see.
Yo, 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 what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Jay Sin, coming back with another one, man. And I wanted y'all to see that clip from Polo G, man, because listen, man, a lot of y'all young cats don't get the respect that y'all deserve. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all young cats be frowned upon, y'all look down upon and all that other shit, man, but a lot of y'all smart as fuck. A lot of y'all dudes is smart as hell. And what Polo G right there, what he's saying right there is facts. You know, it's very important to know who you are. It's very important to know who you are, because if you just doing all of the things that you see and following up behind the next person, listen, bruh, a lot of the times, like he said, that's not even really up in a lot of people's mindsets. But guess what? Because they see everybody else doing it, they going along with that. And like he said as well, that's how you get led astray. You know what I mean? Because you're not even really into all of those things, but you seeing everybody else doing it. So guess what? You join in it. And that's why you see all of these things that's happening these days. Like I said, you got a lot of crab in the bucket shit, and you got a lot of blind leading the blind. But it's important for y'all to continue to wake up. You know, for us to be on this journey and waking up and, you know, looking at ourselves, looking, you know, within ourselves to figure out who we are. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out the qualities that we have, what we could bring to the table, what we could bring to our life, what we could put out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we never used to think about. You know, we didn't think about that because we was too busy watching everybody else. But now that you paying attention to you starting to see your qualities, man. And that's what it's about. When you start to see your qualities, then you start to realize what you have to offer. And when you realize what you have to offer, then now you gain confidence. And when you gain confidence, man, you just feel like that you could accomplish anything. And that's how it should be. But you ain't got enough people talking y'all young dudes up, man. You got too much negativity that's going on, man. So I want y'all to stay on this journey. If you watching this, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being different, man. Dare to be different. Step outside of what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? Because you see everybody going in the same area, man. A lot of times they not making it out. You know, and when you talk about like the rap scene, right? Like think about it. Think about what K-Flock is going through. You know, up and coming rapper, big in New York, doing his thing. Now he facing all these gun charges and even a murder charge on top of that. You know, so you got dudes that have it all and they lose it just as quick. You know what I mean? Talented, you know, he doing his thing on the drill scene out there, but you know, you got a lot of young dudes that's going that route. You know what I mean? And now he gonna have to face real life. Now he looking at real time because they don't fuck around up there in New York with that shit. But you seeing this happen all over the place. You know what I mean? Look at what happened to Wavy Navy Pooh down in Florida. He just lost his life. He got ambushed. You know what I mean? Doing this rap thing and all of that shit, man. So you got a lot of people that's going the same route, same directions, and they not even trying to figure something else out. Maybe even, they probably wasn't, they whole mindset, like Polo G said, probably not even in that, but they going that route anyways. You know what I'm saying? And then it keep happening. And I'm just bringing this up as an example, just with the rap game. How many rappers losing their life? FBG Duck, you know what I mean? King Von. You know what I mean? Mo 3. The list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Indian Red Boy out there in Cali. You know what I'm saying? I could continue to name shit, name people, you know, that's losing their life behind something, man. So what would be wrong with just going a different route and trying something new? You know what I mean? Trying to figure out who you are. That's why it's so important. That's why y'all should be on this journey like this or any other journey. Like I said, whether it's a spiritual journey, a weight loss journey, anything that's gonna better you in the long run, anything that could better you right now, put you in better position, you should be on that journey. You should be on that, because that's all you're seeing is everybody just following in the same footsteps, and then you having things like that happen where they get locked up, they going to jail, they get killed. You know what I mean? All of those things happening, and that's where you see the route of a lot of young people going. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to realize what you're doing is very different. What you're doing is very necessary. What you're doing, right, is what's going to put you, that's going to set you up. You know what I mean? For success down the line. And that's what's important, because you're growing. You got to understand what you're doing is growing. So you got to continue to look within yourself. You got to continue to work on yourself. You got to continue to hit that gym up. Make sure your health is good. Watch what you know what I mean? Monitor what you taking in, what you putting in your body, bro. We ain't care about that shit. Back then, you know what I mean? Muzz is, you know, when you're not thinking about it, you eating fast food all the time. You know what I mean? When you ain't thinking about it, you smoking all the time. When you ain't thinking about it, you fapping all the time. Watching porn all the time, on the game all the time. Just being unproductive all the time. You know what I mean? But when you come over here, you start to wake up. When you're on SR, you start to wake up. You start to realize that, hey, listen, man, I got more to offer to this world. I got more to offer to my family. I got more to offer to myself, to this life. And that's where you should be at. That's where your head should be at, man. It's about being in a good headspace, too. You know what I mean? It's about being in a good headspace. When you're in a good headspace, man, listen, bro, you can do anything. You're going to have all sorts of thoughts. You're going to have positive things you think about. You're going to have negative things that you think about. But the bottom line is that you're thinking. The bottom line is that your wheels is turning. You thinking, you plotting. You trying to figure things out. People got so much shit going on in their life. So many people they keeping around them. They can't even gather a thought. They can't figure out. They're not even looking to their future. They're not even looking to being better. They're not even valuing themselves, because they so caught up in all of the chaos that's going on around them. You know what I mean? And none of those things that they caught up in is doing nothing for them. So it's important for you to go and be different, man. You know what I mean? This is just very important, especially for y'all young cats too. You know what I mean? Because listen, man, everybody following in the same footsteps. Everybody trying to do the same thing. Everybody going in the same route. So you gotta divide yourself, bruh. You gotta step away from that. You gotta stand out, do something different. You gotta continue to look within yourself. You gotta continue to work on yourself. People gonna try to stray you away from that. People gonna try to pull you away from that. People gonna try to they're gonna try to low grade you and downgrade you any way they can to make it feel like what you doing right now is silly. You know what I mean? And that's they do that on purpose, man. And the thing is, man, like Polo G say too, man, a lot of the times when you got people following, doing the same thing, not being themselves, that got something to do with self-love, because that self-love ain't there. They looking for satisfaction in all the wrong places. When all they needed to do was look in the mirror. All they needed to do was look within. All they needed to do was start working on themselves and find the qualities that they have. But when you feel like you ain't got no qualities, when you got nothing to offer, when you got nothing to bring, you got nothing to work on, you got nothing of value, you don't value yourself, bro, listen, you're going to be on a self-destructive pattern. You're going to be on a self-destructive road, man. The journey is going to be self-destruction. And that's what you see. You see people on a self-destructive journey. We on a journey to better ourselves. We on the SR journey. We on the no-fap journey. We on the weight loss journey. We on the masculinity journey. We on all of those things. We on a reprogram journey, so we could reprogram and empty out our database of all of the bullshit that we put in. We on, man, you thinking about one journey, bruh. We actually on plenty of journeys. We probably on about 5-6 journeys right now, all intertwined into one. You know what I mean? And then you add the shadow work and all of that shit that we doing that's surrounding this, bruh. Listen, man, it's detrimental that you stay on this shit. You know what I mean? This ain't something that's on enough. No, it's detrimental for you to stay on this shit, for your mental health, for your physical health, man, for your spiritual health, man. Listen, this help with all of that. This help with all of that, man. And when you seeing these things that's going on in the news, bruh, when you seeing all of this stuff that's breaking out, man, you need to be prepared. You gotta prepare. Right now, it's war, man. It's a war going on all over the place. You know what I mean? You're not even thinking about the food shortages that's going on. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about the pandemic shit that's going on. You're not even thinking about the war on the streets that's going on. You're not even thinking about the war within yourself that's going on. You got people, yeah, they not thinking about none of that shit, bruh. When you hear, guess what? You start to open your eyes, bruh. You know, a lot of people talk about the third eye. I don't talk about the third eye much because I don't know much about it. But some people say that's what it is. You know, when you come over here, it's like you had a third eye. You see things more clear now. Not only with what's going on the outside world, but with yourself. And that's more important than all of that surrounding bullshit. That's more important than the rap gossip that's going on. That's more important than what's going on in sports. That's more important than talking about these hoes and all of that other shit. Bro, that shit ain't about nothing. Yeah, we can have a conversation about it because we men. This is a men channel. But first and foremost, we need to talk about ourselves and how we gonna level up. How we gonna get better. The things that we can do that's gonna elevate us and get us to the next level. That's the conversation that we have over here. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, bro, we gotta keep going. We gotta continue to do what we doing out here, man. Because we see what the fuck going on. We can't cover our eyes and act like shit ain't happening. We see these rappers getting picked off. You know what I mean? We seeing more transients and homeless people out there, bro. We seeing more people get hooked on drugs, dog. We seeing it. We seeing more obese people walking around with all these health problems, bro. We see the pandemic. We see what's going on. We see this war in the government, bro. What, we blind? Nah, we see it. We see it. But what's most important is that we focus on us. We gotta keep the attention on us, bruh. Because as soon as you start getting caught up in all of that shit out there, bruh, listen, that's when you start to lose focus. That's when you really become unproductive. Because you too busy watching the videos of the gossip that's going on in the game. You too busy watching the news and all of this fear-mongering shit. And now you ain't focused on your path, your journey. So don't pay attention to that shit, bruh. Keep doing you. Keep standing outside of the crowd. Don't go with the herd. Stay away from the herd. Don't go with the herd. I'm going to keep pushing that. You know what I mean? Not only with y'all young cats, but for us, for any age, bruh. Because you got all age groups that's acting the ass out here dealing with mental health issues and they ain't doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? They having all types of psychological, neurological issues from pornography. They ain't doing nothing about it. They having all types of addictions that's going on in their life, and they don't even wanna change, and they ain't doing nothing about it. That addiction growing every day for whatever it is they doing. They alcoholism growing every day. You know what I mean? They smoke habits growing every day. Wonder why they irritable and can't get right. Can't even settle into their own home or any space. They can't settle into nothing until they smoke something. You know what I mean? And then when all that shit fail, they go into the next level of escapism. You know? So that's why it's important for us, man. That's why we gotta keep going, man. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things that's against us right now. You know? But we can't worry about that, man, because we got the Most High with us. So we gotta keep going, bro. We gotta keep looking within ourselves. We gotta keep digging deep out here. We gotta keep digging deep out here, because all we see is sheep. While we see the sheep, we gotta keep digging deep, man, because we wolves. We wolves, bruh. Ain't no folding up. Ain't no following these sheep. Ain't no following the herd, bruh. We gotta do us. And this is us. This about 10 journeys wrapped in one. And we gonna stay on all of them. We gonna work on all of them. You know what? And that's what's gonna get us where we going, bruh. And that's my word, man. My name Sinn, the Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. I got that mo better blues, I wanna do better. My aim set for the sky, so I wrote 2 letters.